Hi YouTube! Today I would love to teach you how to make a matching hat and scarf combo using a nifty knitter loom. This is your regular sized loom. You'll get it in a pack of 3. I think I have the adult one here. It's my largest loom. I wouldn't be able to give you the dimensions, but here. Mine is green. Some of them will come up yellow, some of them will be purple. It all depends on what package of loom that you got. But this is your main tool today. We'll also be needing this here, which is a blue needle. These are great. These come with our nifty knitters. If you find something better, sometimes an embroidery needle, they're a little sturdier. But I like this. It works for what we need to do today. Also, we have this. This is a pick that I use. I bought mine at Michael's. It normally has something attached here, but mine broke off a while ago. I still use it though. Normally about $3. They come in a pack of 2. And obviously you'll be needing wool. I'm using a brown wool today because of the autumn. It's that really beautiful color on, and it's a nice color to do together with a hat and scarf, and also matches my skin tones. This is a hat I've made before. This is a baby hat. Obviously it's not going to go on someone's head, but you can see we're going for more of a cable knit pattern. A lot of the hats I've seen on YouTube are very loose. This is a different fabric where it's a little, I call it like a furry fabric. You'll see here, this is what it looks like when it's not in a hat. So it's a little furrier than a thin one here. So this one is going to be a little looser, but here, this is the type of hat that we do, and this is the top. You can add a pom-pom, which is really cute, but I haven't done that. To start off, you need to get your loom, and you need to locate this peg. You can see all of the other pegs on this side, but you need to make sure you find this peg is the peg that's hanging up. It looks like it's to hang, but it's not. It's a very important key piece in our plan. Next, you need to find your wool, and you get 2 strands. I know a lot of people use 1 strand. I found it too loose myself, and I never really cared for it, so I always went with 2 strands. My husband's aunt, who's wonderful, taught me how to use a loom, and I've never got back. So here, I pulled out here. I am just going to cut it for time-saving purposes. And you grab your 2 ends, like this. Nothing special. I haven't tied them, I've just kept them together here. And then you wrap it around the peg that is right here. I normally wrap it around twice to give it a bit of security. You can see here, it does kind of go when I pull it, and so sometimes you have to wrap it around 3 times. I never wrap it around once. It never seems to work for me. Okay, make sure you have a bit of leeway with your ribbon, and then you start wrapping it, and make sure, oops, excuse me, sorry, you make sure that you have this thread on the inside. Very important, because your hat is not going to turn out. And again, and so as you can see here, see how I have 2 wrapped thing. I haven't done anything special. I just hold the 2 together, and again, I've done it this way. You wrap, and again like this. And you'll keep doing that until you go all the way around. Once you are all around, as you can see, all around the bottom, you'll have a nice lining around. I don't know if you can. And then you will start again here. Do you see this? So you see where our peg is? You start right here. And see how I have a line right here? That way you keep your line together and you don't have any open gaps. Oh, excuse me, my other hat is getting entangled into my yarn. So you keep going around again until you go around and around, and again, as you can see, it's on the inside, the line. It is not on the outside. This part is in here. It is not facing this side, in here. So you're going to keep going around until you reach the entire way. The most tedious part, but after a while You just get to know it, and you go around and around and around. So for this one, you're going to, when you're done, you will finish and you will hold it here, and then you will pick up this thread and go over the top. So the bottom one goes over the top and it leaves this one here. Now you don't have to hold it, but it leaves this one here, and you push it down, and then you go all the way around, pulling and going over and push down. So see how I'm doing it? You grab the bottom two and pull it over, and then go all the way around. So pull two and go over the top. Pull two and over the top. And you keep doing that all the way around until you reach back to your starting point. So once you have 10 rows, you're going to have something that looks a little bit like this. If you pull it out, you can see it goes to about 10 rows. What you're going to do is you're going to locate the first row that you did, and it's a little hard to see, I'm so sorry about that, here. So you can see, you pick up one of these and you put it on top of your wall. So it's going to look like that. Do you see this? So the first row that you did, and you're going to pull it over. Let's try this again so you can see it a little better. First row you did, pull it over. And again. Keep going all the way over. Over and over. Do you see how this is? This is going to cause you to have a brim on your hat. A lot of infant hats and newborns type of hats, I don't cause a brim. It's a little harder to get on a child. You don't want the brim sticking into a newborn baby. It just doesn't work. But with adults or young children, you need a brim, otherwise it's going to keep slipping up. And I know it's infuriating when you've done 10 rows. If you can see, here, we're keeping going across. After doing 10 rows, and you're having to start all over again. That's how I used to see it. Be like, no, I don't want to start the hat all over. But the brim makes it look a little bit more professional. It makes it look good. See how you can see here? See my bow? It helps it show me where I am. Although this time it's giving me a little more hassle. Of course, when you want to teach it, doesn't it always work out the best for you? So you keep pulling over. Keep pulling over. Make sure you find each first loop. In this sense, the thinner fabric is much easier to find your first loop versus your fuzzy fabric. The fuzzy fabric makes it a little bit harder to determine where your first loops are. There you go. So as you can see, you end up like this. Here. I'm trying to give you all angles so you can see how it looks. Just like this. And all around, right here, you will have all of them connecting. And you're going to do the exact same things you have been doing. Going to get your pick, our trusty pick, and you're going to start. I always try to start by the bow. And you go to the bow, pick up this, and pull it over. Oh, I lost it in the mixture of the bow. So get the two from the bottom and pull it over. And sometimes this is going to be hard. Your tension depends on how you've done your tension. Apparently today my tension's a little too tight. But you pull over just like that. And we're going to try again. Go over, pick your two. Let's see if I can separate that a little better. Grab your pick and pull over. And grab your two at the bottom. Oh, mind my slip, I'm very sorry. Grab your two and pull it over. And it'll always leave this one here. Okay, So now that you've done about 30 to 40 rows, depending on how long you want the hat, it's going to look a bit like a windsock. And that's okay. That used to freak me out too, but it's okay. So it'll be all around, and here should look still like this. Okay? Then you get your leftover string. I like to cut mine a little longer, makes it a little easier. Let's say it's a good 10 inches. About 10, maybe more. Alright, and then you will thread your thread through the blue needle that comes with your loom kit. You could, you're going to be like me and cheat, you can tie it around the needle. Doesn't really matter. You also can buy an embroidery needle. They have a nice big hole too that'll help you for your thread. But I've always used the blue needle. It's always worked for me. So we're going to try here. Okay. So I've tied it pretty tight. Mine here. I'm going to take this one here where my thread is attached to. I'm going to go to the next one over. So this one here is where my thread is attached, and this one here is the next one over. You take your pick, trusty pick, pull it up, and pull it up, and you place it, and then you thread your needle through. Sorry, I was about to teach you how to do the scarf. That'll be for a later time when we finish our scarves. So we pull this one through. Excuse me, having a little trouble. Pull it through your hole. And you'll go for the next one. Pull up. And pull from through the back. I'm going through the back to the front. And pull through. You're going to keep doing this all the way around until you get to your last one. So again, you pull, push through from back to front. Okay. What this does is it creates a nice, pretty top. It'll give you kind of looking like a star-shaped top. Other people have different methods. I never seem to make them work. This one always works for me. You will have a little bit of a hole up the top which can be filled with a pom-pom, which I will teach you how to make next week. They're really cute for Christmas. This hat also, because you're making it with 2 threads, you can make it with multicolored threads. I've made a hat before with grey and white together and it looked really pretty. Any type of yarn with this hat. It doesn't have to be a special type of yarn, you can use any type. I've made it with all and it works out well. I think the best is the fuzzy hat. It hides all your holes and it doesn't show when you make a mistake, because you do, everyone makes mistakes. I've been making these hats for about 4 years now and I still make mistakes. Sometimes it just happens. But we learn from them, and that's the best way to do it. So keep going around and around. Now this hat, with video magic, took me about 4 minutes, but in real life it took me 2 hours. So it's a good project to do. It's quick. It's a day project if you're going to make a scarf as well. And it's a good Christmas present for people. And it'll also save you money. I didn't use my full skein, if you see. I still have quite a lot of my skein left. And if you go to Joann's or Michael's, you can use a 50% off coupon a lot of the time. And good saving you money for Christmas. And it's handmade. Someone knew you were thinking about them when you made them. A hat. And it's also a great hat. And you can give it to men too, because it's a beanie. And men can wear it. It's not a lady hat. I don't know about the scarf. You can try it. I will teach you how to make mittens. I don't think you can get away with that as your husband's Christmas gift this year. But we'll keep going around. See, so far, just how my head is looking halfway through. And just keep it up. Keep going, threading through. And as you see, dropping my trusty pick. Keeping my needle high. I didn't need to thread it through, I just tied it. It's working quite well. Also, you can customize these with ribbons. For my niece, I made her a white hat, and I threaded a brown ribbon through the holes and made a bow. Very cute. You can put felt flowers on this. I'll show you that one too. Found an easy way to make a felt flower. Alright, so we're on the last one here. Take it off. Now I know it still looks a bit silly right now, but we're going to pull it through. Okay, so you pull your last one through, and then all the way, and you just keep pulling this all the way, and then tie a knot. Okay, so here, that's how your top is going to look. Alright, I use the needle, poke it through this hole, turn it inside out, and once again, tie. You want it nice and tight, and then give yourself some cut. Now this here, I normally leave about this much. You can see it here. This much here. It is about my fingertip length. This is what I will tie the pom-pom to when I put one on. And here you go, a cute little winter hat. Goes all the way down. And it fits. I have a pumpkin head, so if it fits me, I guarantee it'll fit you. I hope that you had a great day, and next week we will be making a scarf. Have a wonderful time.